I certainly had no expectation of what my son would actually become, but I did wonder. I knew women artists whose children became lawyers and accountants, and I thought about that, and I thought that although it would be convenient in that I would pay less for these services, that in fact I wouldn't personally be comfortable with that or somebody in business, because speaking personally, I felt much more comfortable with people who were not interested in the commodification of everyday life, and most particularly not of the creative potential and production of information. I could see a kind of if he was interested in music or computer sciences, I mean, I could understand that, but I think that strictly in terms of relating on a close level and identifying with what I thought my child might do. Baseball player, probably not, but it didn't look like that was going to work out. But certainly, I thought that many of the professional choices that were open to people would not have made me very happy. But I think to talk about it as though it was, I had a totally liberal point of view of, oh, you can be anything, darling. Of course, I didn't communicate my biases, at least not consciously or overtly, but I definitely had them. But I think you live your beliefs, you live your values, and the feelings about what's important in life that you convey to your children is at least as important as the native talent that they have. Well, I don't know, I don't want to rank them, but I think the kind of worldview that you espouse, and in particular, dare I say it, an anti-authoritarian one, because, well, I think one of the problems in an era when our country is looking desperately to commodify the creative industries is that artists are intrinsically unruly.
50 years ago, I went to school, I'm out of school 52 years, out of college, and when I see the way things are, people are open to things now compared to when I was growing up. I'm talking about in all forms of art, and also towards sexuality. To me, it's like completely, different than it was then. I mean, I love it. I'm happy. It's made us a better world and a better society. But I'm a little taken aback by the constant say about this country and this country. You don't have to tell me. I mean, we are a country, and we've made a lot of mistakes, and we have a certain element in this country that doesn't want to recognize the revolution is here, right? And it's here. But nonetheless, even the support of the arts. My son is an artist. I mean, he constantly has utilized grants and different things that are out there. And I think the expectation, and when you are different, and if you're an artist, and I don't know what the percentage of people in the United States who are artists as opposed to not, the same way my parents look down their noses, this is not a legitimate way to make a living. You're hoping somebody else, that attitude is out there. But has it changed to the better? Certainly in my lifetime it has. Okay, I'm going back 50 years. And I think it's always going to be, and part of it now is a kind of a backlash because of the economy. I have a brother that made $50 million, and he said in 2007 he made $2.7 million, and last year he made $400,000. So he cut back on what? Donations and buying of art. Why? Because he had a choice in doing that. Whatever the reason is, art is something that's, people have a choice in doing. And they're going to cut back on programs, they're going to cut back on it. But I don't see it as, I certainly see a huge difference since I was growing up, both in an attitude towards art and the type of art. Contemporary art 50 years ago, it was completely different than what it is now. I'm hopeful.